What's up, everybody? Welcome back to It's Poppin', where we talk about everything pop-up camper related. So, check it out. We got a new pop-up camper. This is a Jayco, and I don't know if you can see it all the way over here. It's a Select. It's actually a 2008 Jayco Select 12 high wall. So we upgraded, in some sense of the word, to a high wall pop-up camper. So with this being a 2008, it definitely has some quirks and features, you know, from being a 12, 13-year-old pop-up camper. But it's definitely an upgrade in the sense that it's a high wall. It's got some more amenities that we didn't have before, like with the old StarCraft over there. So here's what we're gonna do. We're just gonna give you a tour of our new to us Jayco Select 12 HW and show you around, show you all the quirks and features and some of the cool things it's got going for it. So first things first, this is definitely a much bigger camper. So here's the Jayco on the right, and as you can kind of see a size comparison to the StarCraft there, definitely a much taller stance, even though the ground clearance is much lower. So definitely get a much bigger box. Of course, we also have the slide out there, and as you'll see when we get inside, we have a much bigger fridge. I think we go up to like a 3 cubic foot fridge, which sits of course right here. So this was kind of funny. It actually came with a roof rack, and we had to take off the roof rack so we could clear our garage door opener there. But it was, funnily enough, siliconed in, so that was kind of interesting. We had to remove some silicone from here to actually get the roof rack off so we can open it up. But so that's definitely a quirk to this pop-up. You know, something that you get with people owning the camper before you. Another upgrade we've got is a nice exterior shower. We did not have an exterior shower on the StarCraft, so that'll be handy and nice, especially for the dogs. And now moving on to the left here, we actually have the hot water heater, which is stored in the front storage box here, which is kind of interesting, but it looks like the exact same hot water heater that we had in the StarCraft, or at least very similar. Now, as you guys know, I'm like kind of peeved when things aren't sealed up on pop-up campers, so we're definitely gonna have to like take care of some of these joints here that have come undone. But I don't know, for the most part, it looks okay in terms of all the joints. I mean, we're gonna have to check out like these roof rack areas and things like that, but on the whole, it's not too bad. And here's of course where that bike rack was siliconed in. So definitely gonna have some work to do in terms of sealing this back up and making sure that it's 100% good to go as far as rainy weather and snow and all that fun stuff. So here's another thing that we're gonna have to take care of is our tires. So these tires are actually only only load range C's, and this camper originally came with some load range D's. So somewhere along the line, clearly these got kind of downgraded in terms of their weight capacity. So definitely going to exchange these out for some load range D's. And not to mention, if you look at the manufacture date on here, they were manufactured in 2014. So the 4-digit code on these is 3514. So maybe July or something of 2014. So these are well over 6 years old. So they're definitely time to be replaced, even though the tread and sidewall looks okay on them. We're definitely going to replace these out. So right here we've got some underbench storage, I guess you will, that's accessible from the outside, which is really nice. And it's got these convenient little locks, unlike on the StarCraft, that you could only lock up and then it was never holding tight. So got those nice little clasps, which is super nice. So this right here is a cool upgrade that we don't have with the StarCraft, and that is some dual propane tanks. That way, of course, if you run out of propane in one side, you can switch over. Or actually, I think you might be able to run off of both in the setting like that. So I'll definitely have to look into that some more. Of course, we have an onboard battery. Then also, and I don't know if I would call this an upgrade right here, but it does have a power tongue jack. And it's kind of slow, and the light doesn't work at all for it, but it's got it. So maybe we'll see if we can get that working again. So over here on the front, I guess right side of the pop-up camper, the storage box had a leak, and it definitely has some water damage that we're gonna have to address. You can definitely see that some of these support posts were wicking up some water, and I think the previous owner had actually taken out this panel that was covering this up in an attempt to fix it, but never got around to it. And there's even some like cat litter in here that needs to be soaked up or vacuumed up, and I assume it was to soak up some water. But yeah, this will definitely be one of the bigger projects of this pop-up camper, but something that we knew when we bought it. But on the flip side, it does come with one of these cool and probably needs some cleaning as well, but one of these exterior barbecues that you can hook up on the side of the pop-up camper. So this is something that I found really interesting about this particular Jayco. It's got these 3 locks that lock the front storage bin, and it uses some of these circular locks, some of these tubular locks to lock it. So that's like definitely different than the Starcraft or Palomino system that I've seen before. And that's how you lock this front storage bin. So this right here comes out of the front storage box, and it's kind of cool because you have an access panel right here, just like we had on the Starcraft. But unlike the Starcraft, there is a slide out storage bin, which actually is almost exactly like the one that was in the Palomino that we renovated. So that's pretty cool that it's got a little storage slide out right here, but it doesn't take up the entirety of that front box as you saw, so you can store other things up top. But going along with that front storage box access panel is somebody, and I don't know who, put on this handy little clip that holds up the door, which is actually quite a good idea. But I will say the execution wasn't quite as good because they completely missed the furring strip right there, and might have to redo that. Additionally, I don't see any beetle tape or caulking or anything to seal that off, so that may have been the reason why there was all that water damage in there. Water could have been coming in here and then soaking back in, because I'm not seeing any spots in this area that would indicate water to be getting in. So moving right along, we also have a cassette toilet in this one. It's actually the exact same model as in the Starcraft, just one of these pull-out cassette toilets with, of course, a shower. And actually the cool thing about this one is it's nearly brand new. I think it's maybe less than a year old. From my understanding, a dealership that had sold this to the previous owners had replaced this whole entire shower and cassette toilet combination. So it's essentially brand new. So that's essentially the exterior of our new Jayco. So let's open her up and jump inside. So here's another issue that I'll admit I did not catch when we first bought this, and we only caught it when we got it back to the garage. And here's the issue. So let's see, we're at about four inches from right here to the bottom of the roof in the back. Now let me bring you to the front. And over here in the front, from the bottom of the roof to the top of the box, maybe 1 3/4. So definitely gonna have to do some adjusting on those lifting cables. And I'm not sure if many of you know, but the Jayco lift system is completely different than like the Starcrafts or the Palominos or like the Rockwoods, things like that. Those all use a different lifting system than the Jayco here. That's pretty close. So one of the things that doesn't thrill me about this Jayco is the skinny little roof support posts. As I'm sure you guys saw in the StarCraft and the Palomino, or if you guys own those type of pop-up campers, they have much beefier roof supports. And then they also have the roof support safety bar that goes in there. I don't know, for whatever reason, going from that to this makes me a little uneasy, but I'm sure it'll be fine. So while I'm over here, this is actually where the kill switch for this pop-up camper is located. It's actually on the roof, and let's see if I can find it. You can kind of hear it right there. So when the roof lowers down and hits the box of the pop-up camper, it's supposed to shut off. So unfortunately, the kill switch on this camper is missing this little silver arm. Let's see if that'll focus. So it's missing this little silver arm at the bottom here, which in turn, of course, disallows the button there from making contact when the roof actually goes down. So as you'll see in a second, that caused a bit of a problem on the front of the canvas. So as you can see here, the canvas here suffered a couple of little burns from the 12-volt lights, and fortunately they seem to be pretty well sealed up, and I'm not sure exactly what this is, but I don't think the integrity of the canvas is compromised, but that'll definitely something we'll keep an eye on, and we'll also change out some of those lights. All right, so here we are. Here is the inside of the pop-up. Let me get the bunk ends all popped up, and we'll go from there. All right, guys, so welcome inside the camper. First things first, actually, let me turn you around here. This is a freaking commodity right here. Check that out. It's like a whole switch for all of the lights, which is super neat. And then, not only that, but there's floor lights. One there, oh, I don't even know. One over there, and one right there. So what else do we have? So we have a double stainless steel sink. Of course, we have a furnace. We have a oven and stove combo, which is definitely an upgrade. A microwave, which that'll be interesting to go camping with. We've never had a microwave with camping. And then of course a bigger refrigerator, which is super nice. And then also something we've never had before is like a stereo. And let's see what this all does. Does it do? It does CDs. So I think our CD player is broken. I don't think a CD is gonna play in there. It does AM, FM, and CDs. Wow. And then it's got like an maybe a auxiliary cord too. So I wonder, you can probably just plug your phone right in there and I'm sure it'd work. Sweet. Of course, we have our shower, toilet shower combo, exact same one we had in the StarCraft as well. So that's pretty much all of the amenities on the inside. But of course, we've got a lot more ceiling room, so it makes it feel a lot bigger in here. So here's where our shower is, right? And up above it, it should have a track that runs, you know, essentially in the same dimensions as the shower. But there is no track. So I'm kind of wondering if this is what all these twisty ties are for. If that's for holding up a shower curtain. I can only imagine because there's exactly 4 of them. I have no idea what this is for. So that's kind of interesting. And then, of course, a random hook. Oh, maybe because it's that's broken. I did not realize that, but no big deal. I don't think we'll ever use that, considering it's directly above the shower. So these guys are going to be new for us as well. We've never had the luxury of a fan and light combo, and the fan works no problem, but at least on this one, I don't think the light's going to work because it's literally rattling around in there. So the other one works, so that's good. I think we'll just have to exchange out these lights. Oh no, we got a little boo-boo on the floor. that's okay. We're going to cover that up anyways. So that was a quick tour of our new to us 2008 Jayco Select 12HW. So the plan is, of course, to go bigger and better and a cooler renovation on this thing. Of course, we're going to treat it just like we did with the Palomino. Get everything fixed up, make sure everything's working properly, kill switches, light, go over everything with a fine tooth comb, make sure everything's sealed up, essentially get it camping ready. And then of course we're gonna go and hit it with a cool renovation. So let us know if you have any ideas on what you'd like to see for our actual renovation part of this project. And of course, if you have a whatever year Jayco Select high wall, let us know if there's some cool things you've done with it. And of course, time will come, we'll do a lot of the same modifications that we did on the StarCraft. And of course, I think we can do some bigger and better ones as well. So that's all to come. This is going to be a fun and exciting, next few months where we really get down and work on this thing and learn about, kind of the intricacies, quirks and features, like I said before, of the Jayco pop-up system, and really bring this 2008 pop-up camper hopefully more into 2021. So if you guys are new to the channel, definitely subscribe so you don't miss any of those future videos where we really turn this into something special. And if you already are a subscriber, we really appreciate it, but definitely come back and watch some of the future videos involving this pop-up camper. And as always, guys, if we don't see you in the next video, hopefully we'll see you out there camping. Ooh, velvety.